I'm Bernina expert Amanda Murphy, and I'd like to show you my every oval quilting rulers. They're part of my Good Measure ruler collection for Brewer sewing. There are 5 rulers in the set, which basically gives you 10 different sizes of ovals. Let's begin by quilting horizontal pebbles. So I'm going to bring up my bobbin thread with my ruler well away from my ruler foot so I don't crash down on it. And I'm going to hold on to the threads as I begin stitching. Once the foot is down, then I can bring the ruler over. Note that I can use the horizontal lines on my ruler to stay square to the sashing area. So now I'm going to begin stitching, and I'm going to stop to clip my threads. I'll be going over them again, so there's no need to do little securing stitches in this case. So I'm going to quilt all the way around and then continue quilting on until I get to the other side of this oval shape. And then I'm going to shift my ruler, and what you'll notice is the dark curved lines on my ruler are right on top of the previous stitch lines. So now I'm going to quilt again all the way around. You'll note that I change directions, and I tend to change directions every other oval because it's less likely you'll notice mistakes. Here I'm showing you how to do vertical pebbles. So we're quilting around the pebble, basically a pebble and a half, and then we're going to alternate directions and quilt around again. And I'll shift over the ruler and quilt around a third time, changing directions again, and continue down the row. So here we have both horizontal and vertical oval pebbles. So let's try another design. Let's try scallops. So this time I'm going to align the center line on the ruler with the edge of my border. And I'm going to quilt up and over the oval. I'm going to stop and reposition my ruler using the center line again, aligning it to the edge of my border, and continue quilting over the oval. This is an excellent way to fill a border, whether you embellish it with free motion or whether you do another pass with this ruler. So here I'm doing in the second pass, and this time those curved lines on the ruler are going to go over my previous stitch lines, and I'm basically going to be doing a second set of scallops offset from the first. So this creates a very ornate design. As I work backwards, I'm filling in with a second set of scallops. And you can work this, I'm showing it worked vertically here, but you could also turn the ruler horizontal and work it that way too. And that's a set of offset scallops. So I'd like to show you another thing you can do with oval rulers. This time I'm going to do a design that's similar to the scallop design, but instead of quilting all the way over the oval, I'm going to stop, reposition the ruler, and quilt back down. So I'm still using that horizontal center line on the ruler to align the ruler with that border, but this time I'm stopping right at that vertical line you see there and then repositioning the ruler. So I'm only going partway up the ruler, and this gives a little point at the top of my design, which looks like a cathedral window. This can work just beautifully in a border. It produces a very ornate pattern, whether you just execute one pass or two. And then the final design I'd like to show you is a blossom. So the first thing you'll want to do is mark the 45-degree lines across your block area. And I'm going to use the internal part of the ruler here. So I'm lowering my foot down and bringing my bobbin thread up with my ruler well away from the foot. And then I'm going to do a few stitches to start and then bring my ruler over. And what you'll note here is I'm going around the oval. Each time I go around the oval, the vertical lines on the ruler align with the spokes that I've drawn on the fabric. And I continue to just go around the ruler. So there you have it, a variety of designs you can do with my Good Measure every oval ruler set for Brewer sewing.